Just Jennifer Perez.
All right, welcome back on this Monday morning. So still first alerting you to some hazardous travel conditions out there from blowing snow causing some limited visibility due to those strong gusty winds coupled with lake effect snow. We are still going to be active this week. So you can still expect a couple more systems to come on through, and each of those will be bringing in some snow and some winds as well from time to time. Today, though, the good news is that we have a few more hours of this, and we kind of catch a little bit of a reprieve as those winds wind down throughout the morning hours. So the afternoon looks a little bit better for us. But then our next system is on the heels of this. It's going to be coming in tomorrow, and it's going to bring in some widespread snowfall. So the pattern, as I mentioned, still active. We'll start off with some light snow tomorrow morning, and then intensities ramp up here throughout the afternoon tomorrow. You can expect widespread snow and those strong gusty winds tomorrow with that system. And so poor visibility and sloppy road conditions also expected for traveling tomorrow throughout the daytime hours. So here's a different depiction of it so you can kind of get a better idea visually. Tomorrow morning looking good, not bad. By mid-morning, we start to notice some of that snow move into the western UP. Conditions becoming a little dicey out there by that point in time. By midday, starting to see some impacts as that snowfall spreads into the central UP tomorrow. And then the afternoon, I would say, is going to be the most hazardous time period tomorrow. Widespread heavy snowfall expected for tomorrow afternoon. Lake enhanced snow off of Lake Michigan, and then continuing for the afternoon. We're expecting it to gradually decrease from west to east tomorrow evening. Probability of snowfall to be at least 6 inches is for the majority of the northern half of the UP. Probability ranging anywhere from about 20 to 70% for that happening. Let's talk about the probability for snowfall to be at about a foot of snowfall going into tomorrow into Wednesday. Highest expected in the eastern UP, with that probability being at about 5 to about 20% probability there in those eastern counties. So here's how it looks for tomorrow going into Wednesday morning for this next system. Almost widespread 4 to 6 inches of snowfall except over into Menominee County. A range of around 10 inches to about a foot in the eastern UP. Again, that lake enhanced snowfall. And about 7 inches to near a foot within the north central sections of the UP. Again, the span of 24 hours tomorrow going through Wednesday. Here's a timeline. Tomorrow morning, light snow trying to work in. That expands to the central eastern UP by late morning. Widespread, coupled with some strong southerly winds, gusts of 30 to about 40 miles per hour, blowing snow. Hazardous. That's also going to cause lake enhanced snow off of Lake Michigan for the central eastern UP. Places like Delta, Schoolcraft, Alger counties. This is where we're really expecting that lake enhanced snowfall tomorrow afternoon. This is 2:30, and then it gradually moves on out from west to east tomorrow evening. Behind it, though, we still have some residual lake effect snow showers for those northern areas. Right now, blowing snow along US 41 and impactful. Advisories continuing for Marquette and Alger counties here through the morning. Multiple bands of lake effect snow happening right now. Many of these far inland to portions of Chatham, Trinary, Scandia, Gwinn, those areas. Here's the timeline for this morning as we still have those multiple bands throughout the morning and then weakening by about midday. Some improvements to come going into the afternoon. Temperatures into the teens for today, well below the normal, coldest across the northern areas. Active pattern for the rest of the week.